Harnessing the wind has taken on new meaning for Western Farmers Electric Cooperative. In 2004, it became a source of energy for WFEC's power plant generation mix. Based on first-year results, this venture has proven to be beneficial. The actual power received from the new wind farm was very close to original expectations. This undertaking began in January of 2003. That's when WFEC announced it had reached an agreement with Blue Canyon Wind Power, LLC. The historical agreement was the first signed in the state of Oklahoma between a wind farm developer and a purchaser. The groundbreaking project eventually grew to include 45 wind turbines. They would provide just over 74 megawatts of environmentally friendly wind power to WFEC's 19 rural electric cooperatives. Cooperatives serve farms, rural residences, towns, and commercial industrial customers in an area that covers about 2/3 of the state of Oklahoma. The annual electricity production from this renewable wind power resource is enough to power approximately 22,000 homes. In the past, wind energy projects have simply not been feasible for WFEC. However, recent extensive studies provided new wind data. The new information determined the Slick Hills north of Lawton held the potential for a premier wind farm. Similar in terrain of the nearby Wichita Mountains, the rugged limestone ridges of the Blue Canyon site is considered by some to be among the best locations for a wind farm in the nation. Here's why. The Slick Hills east-west orientation is perpendicular to the prevailing southerly winds. This provides an energetic and ideal wind resource for a commercial wind farm. All Oklahomans know that from experience, and even the lyrics from the state song declares ours is a place where the wind comes sweeping down the plains. In addition, environmental studies were conducted prior to approving the site. All necessary county, state, and federal permits were acquired as a prerequisite to building at the Slick Hills site. Construction began on the Blue Canyon Wind Farm in May 2003. First, a road was built up through the area of the site. Next came construction of the concrete bases. These large circular structures had to be strong enough and deep enough to support a tower and a rotor. The combined height of the tower and rotor was an imposing 325 feet. The bases also had to be sturdy enough to hold the towering turbines' structures. As you might guess, high winds and thunderstorms are no strangers to southwestern Oklahoma. As the bases were being poured and formed on their pads along the ridge top of their new Slick Hills home, other key materials continued to arrive for the next phase of construction on the Blue Canyon Wind Farm. Trucks began to arrive with large nacelles. Nacelles are the power generator units of each individual turbine. Each of these self-contained powerhouses is capable of producing 1.65 megawatts of electricity. This represents a quantum leap forward in terms of output from the old technology of wind turbines in the 1970s and 80s. Other turbine components to complete each wind turbine began to arrive as well. Special flatbed trailers brought in the long turbine blades. Because of the long length of the 115-foot blades, the trailers could only bring 2 at a time. Blades would eventually be fitted to the rotor and nacelle. These elements combine to form the driving force harnessing the Oklahoma winds. The blades will turn in winds from 5 miles per hour up to winds of 60 miles per hour. Any more or less wind speed than this will cause the units to shut down automatically. While the work atop the Slick Hills continued through stifling heat in the summer of 2003, construction of a 24-mile transmission line was also in progress. The purpose of this line was to send power generated by the turbines to the electric grid. The completion of this line created the necessary link between the Blue Canyon substation and WFEC's Washita switch station. It permitted delivery of energy from the wind farm to WFEC's member owners and their customers. In late September 2003, a special celebration was hosted near the wind farm site to commemorate the construction of Blue Canyon. Legislators, cooperative representatives, landowners, developers, and more than 300 guests turned out for this historic occasion. Oklahoma's Lieutenant Governor Mary Fallon was among the attendees. As keynote speaker, she highlighted the importance the Blue Canyon Wind Farm could bring to Oklahoma. Not only was it a source of power, she noted, but it would contribute to the state's economic improvement.
So we're real excited about the opportunities here at the Blue Canyon facility and the wind catchers. I like to think about them as wind catchers. They're going to capture this great resource that we have and what's going to do for us. And over the next 20 years, these turbines will provide clean energy. It's going to provide affordable, cost-effective energy to countless number of people in Oklahoma even in Texas. We're proud of what's being done here today, and this is a great day to celebrate. Congratulations.
While the commemoration event captured the diversity and flavor of the real Oklahoma, construction stayed on pace for completion. By November of 2003, energy began to flow out of the wind farm. Commercial operation officially began in late December of the same year. Since the inception of the wind farm, WFEC has had numerous opportunities to promote its involvement with the project. To date, it is estimated that over 3,000 visitors have toured the site. Among this number are school groups, area civic clubs, church groups, and distribution cooperative trustees and employees from across the state. And in April 2004, over 600 junior high and high school students visited the wind farm. Special activities were highlighted in commemoration of Earth Day. The event focused on WFEC's efforts and involvement in this environmentally friendly project. And what could be more natural than utilizing a renewable resource? Today, the Blue Canyon Wind Farm Partnership has proven to be a genuine success. Wind power is a clean source of energy, one that is in abundant, nearly constant supply in Oklahoma. There was a time when the wind blew the soil and their families off their land. Those were the days of the Great Depression. In today's 21st century, it is being harnessed to produce electricity and create energy jobs in our state. Wind power currently provides only a small percentage of all the energy generated by Western Farmers Electric Cooperative. But while it doesn't provide all the power, after all, the wind doesn't blow all the time, power generated at the Blue Canyon Wind Farm is another reason why rural Oklahomans are living a brighter today. Who knows what kind of future wind power may bring us in years to come?